Hey everyone and welcome back. In this video we'll be taking a brief overview of all the unreleased cars from this Chop Shop DLC. This will be just a small overview and walk around of all these new cars with their info, as I'll be making individual in-depth videos on all these cars showing all the customizations, sub-speed tests and reviews of them. So make sure to stay tuned by subscribing to the channel, as you won't miss out any of them, as they are going to be very detailed videos. This is just a glimpse of all of these vehicles as I said earlier. So without wasting any more time, let's get on to the video. There are a total of 19 cars in this DLC and 11 of them are unreleased, more of a drip feed content, and there's like 2 or 3 of them that are like, NPC vehicles like the Boxwell and whatnot, which I have not included in this video as to, there's no point in including them. So anyways, here are all of the 6 unreleased cars parked together. All of them are in completely stock condition, as I'll be making separate individual videos later on. So yeah, coming to the first one is the Canis Terminus, which is based off of the Jeep Wrangler, the Rubicon, and this thing is priced at $1.87 million. That is like $1.9 million, guys. So yeah, prices are gonna be insane, so that is not something new. So I will be skipping that section and just moving on to the info parts. So overall, the vehicle, take a look at it from this side. If there was no Canis badge, I'm sure like we would have a hard time kind of differentiating it between the real life version as well as the GTA one. So the designs are absolutely spectacular. The taillight, somewhat resembling to the real life versions. Everything is just beautiful, guys. We also have the roll cage on the inside, just like the real life one, which which allows us to remove the doors as well as the roof. So that is a pretty good thing, and I kind of like that. So anyways, moving on to the interiors. Well, yeah, it's not like drastically new. These interiors are recycled from so many other vehicles, so yeah, it's not a surprise either. Anyways, the dials, once again we can't see the dials. That's the drawback with so many of the vehicles. And yeah, let's take it out for a spin. And one thing I noticed when I first checked out is that the suspension and the body roll is so much better than the other SUVs. Also, one more thing, if you guys did not notice, is that this is not in the SUV category. This is in the off-road category. So that means the suspension, the off-roading capability and everything is completely different. But although you can't expect too much of off-roading abilities like the rock crawling stuff, but you can just expect little bit of desert driving or light off-roading, which it takes on like a breeze. So in that aspect, this is a pretty good vehicle, also like an everyday civilian NPC vehicle. But the off-roading, it is like slightly better compared to other SUVs. So overall, this is a pretty good vehicle. It has got like a lot of customizations, which I'll be going through in a short while. This will be the first vehicle I'll be making a video on, so make sure to stay tuned. And yeah, that is the Canis Terminus, guys. Now moving on to the next one is the Bravado Gauntlet Interceptor. Right from the initial guess itself, you can make out this is based off of the Dodge Challenger police car. This vehicle is coming with a price of $5.42 million. So yeah, probably the most expensive police car in the world. And also this thing has a trade price, which is a good thing, making it $4.06 million. So that's like $1.5 million less, which is a good thing. And yeah, overall this is basically the Gauntlet Hellfire, which they have added these police stuff and so on. As you can see, the laptop and everything on the inside, the shotgun as well as the roof lights and everything. So yeah, overall just like the other police cars we have got in the game, they have added this as well. Nicely detailed with all of these emergency lights and everything. The interior dials are slightly visible, so it's not that bad. And yeah, overall I kind of like this police car as well, guys. And the sound and everything is basically the same as the already existing Gauntlet, so that is not something drastically different or anything. The driving and handling, everything is just like the already existing Gauntlet, guys. So yeah, it's not drastically changed. But one thing is that even though this vehicle is a muscle car, since this vehicle is in the emergency vehicles category and not the muscle car category, this car cannot perform wheelies. As you can see, nope, it does not perform wheelies. So that's the one drawback with this car. I mean, apart from the wheelies stuff, well, this is a pretty good police car. I'm sure this is the one that will be majoritarily loved by the community, even though there are other two cars. One is the unmarked as well as the other one the normal cruiser. This is probably the one that is going to be liked by everyone, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there are quite a few livery options as well as upgrade options, just like the Stania cruiser, which we'll be taking a look at in the individual customization video. So overall, this is the Police Gauntlet Interceptor, and yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, moving on to the next one, it is the Albany Cavalcade XL. Now this, as you all can literally make out just from the first instance itself, it is based off the Cadillac Escalade, that is a newer version, present model year. And also I'm pretty sure like we can make customizations based off of the Escalade V, which is the sport variant. And overall, take a look. I mean, boy, this thing is absolutely beautiful, although it has like a huge ass grille in the front. But anyways, this vehicle is priced at $1.66 million, close to $1.7 million. And overall, I absolutely love this vehicle. The taillights, everything, the side profile. And also they have made the two-tone version, which I absolutely love, which Land Rover used to do earlier. That is, we'll go to that later on. And yeah, I absolutely love this car, guys. And the interior, well, like I said, it's not, these vehicles exterior wise are pretty good, but the interior wise they're still ages behind. The dials we can partially see, so that's a good thing. And we have like a huge ass sunroof, that's good. Interiors, like I said, it's not that great, but yeah, overall the vehicle, yeah, so basically instead of the original Escalade, it is more like an Escalade V. I mean, with the bumper splitter as well as the sport exhaust and it shooting flames, it's pretty evident that this is based off of the Cadillac Escalade V, not the normal premium or whatever versions there are. So yeah, the sound and everything, the driving physics, we can't expect much. These are like boxy SUVs, so yeah, the vehicle pretty good, thumbs up from my side. Gonna be adding it to the SUVs collections. So yeah, that is the Albany Cavalcade XL, guys. Alright, moving on to the next one is the Galvinator Baller STD, or I guess it is known as Standard or ST, I don't know like the abbreviation of that. But anyways, this thing looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just like the real life counterpart, this is actually a mix of the Land Rover Range Rover luxury variant, as well as the front bumper is a mix of the sport version, Range Rover Sport. So yeah, the vehicle in itself, I mean, if we had not got like countless iteration of the old Baller, we wouldn't be this mad. The community, like, they're fed up of these Ballers. But this actually is literally a whole new vehicle. The design, the appearance, everything. Take a look at the rear, just like the real life counterpart. So this overall, the Baller, it's a thumbs up. But the amount of Ballers we have received over time, that's like what has pissed off a lot of players. And this too has a huge sunroof. The interiors not that drastically different, but looks okay. It doesn't look modern enough. Like I said, the Escalade as well as the Range Rover, these are like 2023 model year SUV vehicles. So the interior looks like they are from an 2013 vehicle. Yeah, it's not that great. And once again, you can't even see the dials. So great, right? Anyways, the vehicle, it sounds good for a Land Rover. So I'm guessing this is also somewhat like a sport variant Land Rover. And this thing looks absolutely beautiful, guys. I am in love with this as well as the Escalade. I mean, in terms of appearance, I would rate this much more beautiful than the Escalade. Even the roof, the shark fins they have added, it is just like the real life ones. Even the real life ones have two of them. So yeah, everything, the grill, headlights, everything is just like the real life one. Absolutely in love with this. The price tag is $1.7 million. So yeah, that is not on the sweet spot. Anyways, this is a pretty good vehicle. I'm sure like many of the players will like it. I sure do. So yeah, that is the Baller STD. Alright, moving on to the next one is the Declasse Impaler SZ. Now this, as you can make out right from the initial looks itself, this is based off of the Chevrolet Impala SS, or you can also consider it to be the Chevrolet Caprice, the 96 model year. And yeah, the side profile, the front headlights, the bumper design, everything including the tail. I mean, the moment you see the tail, it's like evident. So this is like a famous car from those 90s era, and this used to be used as a taxi as well as police cars. And also, if you remember, this vehicle was used in the Godzilla movie. So yeah, pretty good right there. And also another good thing is that we can have this dual tone color for this car. I mean, we do not have that for the Land Rover for some weird reason, but we have this for the Caprice. So yeah, maybe players customizing it to be the taxi, we'll see. Going to the interiors, once again, the dials are impacted by the steering wheel. The interiors, well, it's not that drastic or different. Basically, it's a 90s car, so no complaints from my side. And this car is priced at a ridiculous $1.28 million, $1.3 million for this, guys. So yeah, like I was telling, you can either have it as the Chevrolet Caprice, or you can modify it just like the Chevrolet Impala. So it's entirely up to you, depending on what sort of customization you want to do. And car looks phenomenal from the exterior, guys. The interior, yeah, not so much, but the exterior, I kind of like it, more like a daily use vehicle. So yeah, and it actually sounds quite different from the usual sedans, so that's pretty good. It's also much wide as well as longer than the usual ones. Handling, there's a bit of body roll. Anyways, that is the Chevrolet Caprice or the Chevrolet Impala, the Declasse Impaler LZ. And then moving on to the final one is the Bravado Dorado. Yep, the name Bravado Dorado. Anyways, yeah, the vehicle, I'm sure you guys can make out, this is based off of the Dodge Durango, the first generation version from the 1998. And yeah, it has got like off-road wheels and everything. The wheels are also unique to this vehicle, guys. The front portion, everything just like the real life counterpart. Absolutely loving this. And the tail section too, and everything is just like the real life version, guys. Pretty good how they have made it, although it's not like as wide as the Escalade we saw earlier, and it's not long too. So yeah, I mean, the older SUVs used to be compact, right? So the interiors, well, once again, it is a 90s vehicle, so you can't expect too much from this. Anyways, the dials, hopefully we can see them. Not so much. And yeah, so this vehicle is priced at $1.375 million, guys. That is $1.4 million for a first gen Dodge Durango. Anyways, it's a pretty cool, rad looking SUV from the old times. I mean, if the customizations are done right, you can make it look really badass, like mafia or the gangster kind of SUV. And one more thing that you guys need to know is that even though it has got like all of these off-road tires, it is actually not in the off-road category. And these two, just like the Wrangler, you can do off-roading, but not like intense off-roading, like rock crawling and all those sort. I don't think it is possible. So since this is in the SUV category, there is, the performance is not exactly like off-roaders. But still, you can have like a lot of fun. As you can see, there is a lot of suspension movement and everything, so it is gonna be fun off-roading. So I mean, who's stopping you, right? Even if it is in the SUV category, you can still have all of the fun you want. So yeah, overall I kind of like this SUV. You know, I've checked out the bit of customizations, and you can literally make it look badass, like I said earlier. So overall, a thumbs up from my side. I kind of like this car. And yeah, we all really expected the new Dodge, the Ram TRX, but this is what we're getting instead. So I mean, we literally saw the newer Ram in the GTA 6 trailer, but for some reason we are not getting it in this game, at least for now. So we'll have to wait and see in the future. And that's pretty much it, guys. What do you all think? I mean, just 6 vehicles that are being drip fed. There is like additional 2 of them which are like NPC vehicles, which won't even matter to us because, you know, they're not even personal vehicles. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you all happy with this amount of drip feed for a December DLC? Let me highlight that. I'm kind of disappointed, like, you know, previous years compared to that, this is a huge letdown. And but the cars in itself, I mean, like I said, if you take a look at it from this angle, all of them look so much like real life counterparts. But you know, apart from that fact, the number of vehicles that we have to look forward to, it is kind of disappointing. So yeah, like I said, let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. These are all the unreleased vehicles from this DLC. Make sure to stay tuned, as I'll be making, you know, individual customization videos of all of them. So make sure to stay tuned. Do drop the video a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you all, and have a good day.